Welcome everybody to Command Combat Battle Reports, and today we have Attila Total War, and we're doing Axim versus Tenukids. And we have with us here Cliff and Troy.
Once again, into the breach.
Into the breach again once more, my friend. I totally screwed that up, I'm sure. All right, let's just get
Water!
to this. We are on water. We have some fog here. It's a foggy day, and I think this is Axim. Is that right?
Yeah, Axim.
All right, this is their
Cheap cologne.
setup of their boats. All right, so I'll go through each one of them. We have a Desert Corsair Bowman. Oh yeah, that's right. In fact, on the top you can see that they have Bowman. Actually, we can see just from the setup of these things. You have ghost ships. You have 2 Bowmen over there, and you got 3 rams in the front. We got slingers. Marines, and slingers back there.
Right here.
Commander back there, and then on this side we have, what are those
Fire
called?
ships.
Corsairs with
Where's
Greek
the Black
fire.
Pearl?
Yeah, and back here we have the Eastern Artillery Crew. So let's go through each one of those here. Cliff, what can you tell us about the Desert Corsair Bowman?
Well, basically, naval battles in this period of time is basically infantry on water.
Oh,
Friends, listeners, bear with Cliff. He's eating chocolate chip cookies.
we always make sure to have chocolate chip cookies and pizza when we do these.
And these guys are just, this is not a lot of naval maneuvering. And the rammers, basically, they're going to try to catch the ships in the middle, bust them in half, sink the ships, go right through. You're going to have to get a real big, a great deal of speed. Most of the ram is under the water, right up here. And this is made out of iron or steel. You know, mostly iron, probably more or less iron. And it's there to break the ship in half. And you get up a good clip of speed and just hit them in the side. And that way, you drown the sailors, and the ship goes down.
Just like Jesus would have wanted, because of course you have their cross up at the top. Anyway, go ahead.
And the ship is called a dromon, which means runners. That's all it means, runners.
Okay.
And but these are all Greek design ships. That's why these are.
Yeah, are those really Christian crosses, or are they more like openings for
No,
bows?
well, they're openings for bows, but they were they're firing slots.
And that looks like bronze or iron or something on these.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, go ahead.
And so these are all Byzantine Greek design ships. So they probably just bought the copyright and built them themselves. And so the other side probably has the same thing, because mostly everybody builds ships the same, not because they're good. It's just fashion. Everybody does the same thing.
Well, they do have rammers, but on this side it looks like they're in the back, which is a weird kind of thing.
No, they're in front.
That's actually right here. You can see the setup. They've got these in the front they have their boatmen, the warships. These aren't rammers, are they?
Oh no, these are what is it?
Here.
These archers.
This is Eastern Boatman Dromon warship, and you can see at the top here. This is the swords. That means they're sword guys, and then behind that they've got bowmen and
Archers.
slingers, and behind them they have the
rammers.
The rammers, which is
So
not.
what they're trying to do, what they're going to try to do, is pin these guys down, and the rammers are going to come around and try to hit them from the flank.
Oh, okay, all right. That'll probably be their strategy.
They're going to try to pin them in one spot, get them in one spot, get the Marines all running around it, and suck them into this area right in the middle. They'll surround them and give their rammers a chance to hit them.
All right, so yeah, so you can see with them with the Axim, I think that was this side was anyway. We'll say red and yellow again. I always keep mixing them up. But they have the Marines in the front, the archers in the middle, and then the rammers center back with the Greek fire on one side and the catapults on the other.
These guys have fought naval battles before. The other guys, not so much.
Not so much.
Look at the way the setup. It's much more haphazard.
All right.
And they're putting their power move. These guys, the rammers, right up front.
Uh huh.
And they're trying to quickly bust these guys up so they can get to the weaker ships.
Stupid player.
Although that seems like that's what you'd want to do, right? Is ram them at first and then prey on the weak after that.
Yeah,
Oh, you gotta buy them dinner first.
Oh yes, I guess it's true. So it's really what it's going to be is with the yellow side, what they have to do is hit immediately, and then it's all going to be at the beginning. If they don't destroy them right away, then the red side, they have everything more.
They have to get the advantage and keep it.
Yep, because yellow is scattered a bit more. You have the rammers up front, the
these guys are going to try to go on the flank and try
archers.
to chop up the rammers, and they're going to try to get past them. But here's the interesting part here. The group at the bottom.
Yep.
That's where the catapults are. If they can keep these guys out of range and they can slow these guys down enough, they can do a lot of damage at a longer distance.
Right. So they've really kept their what do you call it? Their catapults at a distance, so that just to hit them from afar. Whereas these guys, their catapults are going to be a little bit closer in there, but they are more supported. Whereas if the red get into over to the yellow catapults, there's going to be no one there to protect them.
Well, I think they're trying to do this because they want to get their fire ships in. They can burn up their marines, and they can burn up their.
Because these are the fire ships right here. So they'll probably be running along this side.
I don't see their fire ships. I don't see what they.
So it really looks like it's going to be an enveloping by the yellow, whereas the red's going to try to push right through the center.
Right.
And so, all right. Well, any predictions on you guys' side? Troy, do you think you have a prediction who's going to win?
None.
No, absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
All right. Let's go and see how it goes.
More than likely, it's going to go to the ones with the most naval experience.
Oh, yeah?
I think the red has the most. Looks like they have the most naval experience, and they're staying cohesive.
Well, they are charging right at one another.
At the end, though, the sea always wins.
And the rammers are hitting it in there quickly. Oh, and they stopped all of a sudden, bringing up the.
Is that the Marines or
Yeah.
archers?
Marines are heading in there, but it looks like they're
going to try to take the rammers.
Yeah, it looks like the Marines are going to try to take they're sipping in through there, and over here you have the Marines.
There's
The
the
Marines,
right into
Marines.
them.
Two separate
Everybody
Marine
crash.
groups.
Oh,
crash.
and throwing a lot of things.
Oh, crash.
Is that a rammer coming around? Yes,
Yep,
it
the
is.
rammer's
Coming
going to
right
hit
in
on the
side.
side.
Mortal mistake.
And and look at all the guys that was like popcorn going flying. Let's see. Looks like, and there's a rammer right there.
Rammer hit there. I told you they're going to try to bust them up early.
Yep.
Where's the fire ship? They've hit somebody's on
Looks,
fire.
over here you have the Greek fire is hitting on there.
Why did they go straight on? I don't understand.
Well, both sides are trying to crash at each other, but it did work in the favor of the yellow in that particular case because they had the rammers up front, and now they're enveloping just like they had hoped. But it looks like they have stalled and they're not quite close enough to do a lot.
They've got more archers right there, and their archers are lighter. They're pulling away.
Oh, and they did some. Oh no, they're pulling away, but then shooting over there. It's kind of hard to tell whose ship is what. There's a lot of them on fire and sinking. But it's hard to tell who's got the advantage at what.
Like
Oh,
the
there's
red
another ram
rammer is
coming
coming
in.
in.
Oh, these are the red rams. Now they're getting their chance to ram.
Because they've got them in the middle, got them stopped, and they're going to try to ram.
Yep. Now they're going to use them since they.
Man, that one boat is oops.
Oh, and the ram, because it's now been used, it's been caught on fire and it is going to go down. Looks like. Well, what's strange is the yellow seem to have the advantage there for a bit, but all of a sudden I see a lot of red.
The Red's Navy's cohesion, they're able to block them.
Oh, okay, they kind of blocked a lot of them out, while the yellow is just having trouble getting to them. Although they still have a couple rams in there. You can
And
see
here comes the catapult guys.
Yeah.
From a distance.
And they're hitting from a distance.
Oh no!
Now you can see a couple of them. It's like they're trying to catch up with this one with a couple of rams, but can't quite get a solid hit on him. He's pulling back, and then the arrows are going in on that guy. Like you say, Cliff, though, the red, I keep seeing them getting hit, but I keep seeing their ships, and it's just because they all sort of stayed together, whereas yellow kind of...
They're mutually protecting each other.
Right.
Because they can, with that many ships together, if they can defend themselves, they can put out fires faster. and they can and the weight of their ships can push them forward. Because once the momentum, it's the seats. Once the momentum is going in one direction, they're gonna push through.
Well, and in particular, actually, let's just see who's all left here, because what's interesting is, and also the fog's sort of been a little harder to see some things.
The Ethiopians are losing.
Yeah, the Ethiopia literally looks like that, because it looks like they had the momentum, or they hit, but the momentum has worked against them. As the red is pulled back, they've just simply gone closer together, whereas the yellow, the Ethiopians have just not been able, Axims, I think is what they were called. They weren't able to keep up all the time. They haven't been able to get every shot in. Back here, you can still see there's still a red ram and a red rum. And one of their catapult ships is still remaining. I don't know where the catapult ships are for yellow. It seems like they haven't really had a large amount of...
Voodoo, Cthulhu, one of you help me.
Yeah, there's one.
You owe me.
One of them being hit by a ram over here.
Yeah.
A fiery ram. That's the last thing you want to see, is a fiery ram coming... Ooh!
Yeah.
Ouch!
Boom.
And he's gonna put a hole in the side of that ship.
Man, they can move pretty dang fast.
Yeah.
That's why they're called runners.
Man, he keeps ramming him.
Yeah.
That's what she said. Well, and there you go. He just hit him.
He's turning around. He's moving out. Ship's dead. He's going after somebody else.
Boy, that ship went down fast. Too.
Yeah.
Is this on fast speed or something?
No, this is on normal speed. He just hit him a couple of times.
Those rams are designed to just hook into the belly of the ship, and when they come back and forth, they're ripping it out.
And here he's going to do it again. You know, so I guess it isn't so much a matter of just one big hit. Oh, and that was it. That's the end of the battle. They just, with that last ram.
So, red won.
Red won.
Yep, I told you.
The big red one.
Yeah, well, this...
Valiant defeat.
Woo,
I love that. Pyrrhic victory, valiant defeat.
Well, I would go back to get a bit broader view of it, but I can't at the moment, so I guess I'll just hit the end replay. But actually, I'll do that in a minute. But thank you all for watching. Subscribe to see more of our nonsense. I hope you're all enjoying it, and happy gaming, everybody.
Send money.